The role for supply chain leaders in the future around technology and AI does become more front and center than maybe it has been in the past.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for leaders. After many years where supply chains were taking a backseat to other functions, after the pandemic, it was increasingly clear that supply chain is a huge value driver that needs to be at the forefront of every conversation.
When you really think about what supply chain and operations does, it's one of the few, maybe the only business function that touches this entire ecosystem, both within the business, but also an ecosystem of suppliers and going all the way back to the farms and the fields and the forward through to customers and retail channels. AI for a business, like it might absolutely make sense for a COO or a chief supply chain officer to really, in the boldest sense, own AI strategy for a company in partnership, obviously, with the CIO and chief data officer and all of the business partners.
AI is not an IT topic anymore. IT plays a very important role because IT needs to define what kind of architecture do we use, what's the overall data platform design is going to look like. But it is now that we have to combine the domain knowledge with the technical knowledge of IT. So it's foundational that IT and supply chain work very, very closely together.
Supply chain leaders are extremely resilient and have an incredible amount of grit and are really poised to go on offense in this digital revolution, not only because of the skills they bring to the table, but also hands-on operational experience.
One thing about supply chain, in my humble opinion, is that we really consume and appreciate data and what we can glean from it.
We are at the point where technology really can solve problems that we haven't been able to solve in 20, 30 years. In particular, if you think about forecasting, for example, forecasting used to be a function in planning and used mathematics that are 100 years old. Now with new technologies, we have new tools, new ways of forecast, new ways to anticipate things. And if you can anticipate things better, then you can solve problems and you can plan better and you can meet the demands of your customers better.
All the work that we do in our stores and our pharmacies cannot happen without a strong performing supply chain. And the same is true when it comes to technology. If we're not taking a leading role in investing in technology and modernizing our operations and leveraging all the great technology and automation that is out there, it's going to be very difficult for all of our peer partners and functions, all the different teams that supply chain is in service of, to be successful. So the moment is ripe for anybody who's in supply chain, logistics, operations, manufacturing, to raise their hand, raise their voice, and make sure that their value is very well known across their enterprise.